Welcome back. I'm your host, Darnell Jackson. In this crypto report, we're going to be covering breaking news. But first, make sure you subscribe to your favorite channel on YouTube, Darnell Jackson Crypto. Shout out to all the subscribers. Okay, right now, the market has been going crazy. Bitcoin down about 0.5%. Ethereum all-time highs, $4,550 right now. Solana going crazy, $238 right now. I saw some debate on if you should buy Solana at 200. We know the results of that decision. Right now, I want to jump over to the hottest headlines. Make sure you share this report. We're talking about the hottest stories in crypto. Here's a report from Bitcoin Archive. The pro-crypto mayor of Miami says he's going to take 100% of his income in Bitcoin. This is going to cause other politicians to follow his lead. What do you think about that? Here's another story from down under, talking about Australia, their largest bank. So imagine the largest bank in America announced that it's going to enable Bitcoin for its 6.5 million customers directly on its app. This is a tweet from Combank. And they're talking about they've become the first Australian bank to offer the ability to buy and sell and hold crypto directly. This is big, and you hear people say that technology is a one-way street. There's no turning back. The only thing left now is for other banks and financial institutions to follow suit. The temperature is heating up. Let's check out some more headlines. So now we got big news in right here. Let's check out some video. We got a little video. This is the new mayor in New York City.
You know, this moment is surreal. This is a surreal moment. And I'm going to promise you, in 1 year, you're going to see a different city.
1 year, a different city. Okay, have we heard something like that before? Post in the comments if you believe. But this man has been on the side of crypto. So let's see what happens in New York City. And now we're getting some feedback out of El Salvador, where Bitcoin is becoming the preferred payment for gas. Now I have a theory on what money is. And I've come to the conclusion that money is power and energy. You'll notice the first thing you do with money is purchase some form of energy. And you're seeing that right now in El Salvador. Speaking of money and energy, what do you see coming out of Laos? Now Laos is expected to earn 190 million from mining Bitcoin next year. They have access to the natural energy and they're going to be able to convert it into money. And that's why I have told you that money is power and energy. I haven't worked out the exact equation, but those are the ingredients. All right. Big news going on everywhere. Here's more on that mayor in New York. His name is Eric Adams, and he He says that he's going to make New York City a crypto-friendly place, and he wants an NYC coin similar to the mayor of Miami, who's got that Miami coin going on. Big news happening in the NFL. Now here's another quarterback going crypto. Tom Brady was in the news last month or a few weeks ago. Now it's Aaron Rodgers making the crypto news. He says he wants to take a portion of his salary in Bitcoin, and he gave away $1 million in Bitcoin to his fans. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers, putting his crypto where his mouth is. All right, here's another story from Bloomberg. Wall Street, who used to turn their back on crypto, they're now turning up the temperature to recruit specific crypto talent. Anytime you're concerned with what businesses are doing, always focus on who they are hiring. This will always tell you the truth about what any business is really doing. If they're expanding, the one thing they'll be doing is hiring. Now, here is a big story right here. This is an ongoing conversation. Everybody's been following the Bitcoin ETF situation and trying to figure out who is going to get it authorized. Well, latest news here. 2 congressmen are articulating why a spot Bitcoin ETF should be approved in the US. So now you're seeing more heavyweight voices behind the idea of an actual spot Bitcoin ETF. We'll be following this story. Here's a report from Cointelegraph talking about KuCoin joining the metaverse. We know that Facebook blew up the term and the situation, and now KuCoin is following their lead. You can expect other companies to do the same. What KuCoin is doing is they're saying they're going to open a virtual office inside of the Blocktopia metaverse, so you can look for other companies to find a way to establish a presence in the metaverse. This is going to be treated just like the internet. For you Generation Xers who remember back when companies were first setting up their websites. Do you remember? Now, as the El Salvador Bitcoin experiment progresses, we got more news, and El Salvador is going to build 20 schools using profits from Bitcoin. Now, I saw this headline and I thought, you know what? Can you imagine what this is going to do in Central America when these neighboring nations start seeing the fruits off the crypto tree? What's going to happen in Africa when these nations start realizing, hold up, the crypto built the school? This is going to be a huge trend. All right, jumping over to Bloomberg, okay? And here is a very interesting graphic I want you to
This has to be addressed. How did this become this? Become this? Become this?
You see this?
Huh?
She's talking about Bitcoin's volatility back when the price, so you can see back in 2014, The volatility is very high, even though the price is not as high as it is today. So post in the comments, why do you believe the volatility is decreasing as the popularity and the price of Bitcoin is increasing? Check out this graphic one more time.
I'm sorry, this has to be addressed. How did this become this, become this, become this?
That's the question of the day.
I'm sorry, this has to be addressed.
You're gonna have to figure it out.
How?
There must be a way. Post in the comments. So here's the latest story from Grayscale. They're talking about the ETF, the spot ETF. They got the global head of ETFs. This is Dave Lavelle, and he talked with CoinDesk about their efforts to convert to a Bitcoin spot ETF. All right, so this is more conversation. Grayscale on CoinDesk. You might want to check out that conversation. Do you think that's going to happen? A lot of effort is happening on it. Now, here's a big story. Microsoft, not willing to be left behind, is getting involved in the metaverse. Notice more and more companies. They're not going to miss this opportunity. The question is, are you going to miss the opportunity? So Microsoft unveils big metaverse plans. What are those big plans? This is a breaking story to me. And look at this. This is a story within a story. Now we got a report that Nike, here's another company getting into the metaverse. What did I say? Nike appears to be embarking on a hiring spree as it tentatively explores jumping into the metaverse. On a side note, let's go to the reason why we came to this article. Microsoft has announced it is going to be rolling out updates to the Xbox console, and these tools are collectively going to be known as Mesh. And here's a quote. The feature combines the mixed reality capabilities of Microsoft Mesh, which allows people in different physical locations to join collaboratively in shared holographic experiences with the productivity tools of Microsoft Teams, where people can join virtual meetings, send chats, collaborate on shared documents, and more. Microsoft is bringing in the fun side of the metaverse with the at work. They're going to meet you on the corner of at work and virtual. This is just the beginning. Let's back up over here. And so back to the next story. Now, we spoke about this a little bit earlier, but this is huge. You saw some acceptance in Texas American banks. This trend will continue. The Commonwealth Bank of Australia is green lighting crypto directly. So straight through the bank, you can hold the crypto. How long before you think other banks are going to offer this exact service? They're not going to sit back and just let you buy crypto using them. Here's another story from Coinbase. And Coinbase is going to let customers borrow up to $1 million using Bitcoin as collateral. Bitcoin is the appreciating asset, so why not borrow against something that's increasing? Excellent idea. Here's another story from Coinbase. They're testing a subscription service that lets customers trade on the biggest exchange without paying fees for each transaction. Now, this sounds like something that would be very interesting. A commission-free subscription trading service. Would you try something like that? Post in the comments. Are you using Coinbase? Do you use Coinbase Pro? And would you be interested in trying their new subscription service? Post in the comments. All right, we already talked about Aaron Rodgers. And here's a not surprised. I was not surprised to hear that SHIB would not end up being listed on Kraken. This is, shout out to Kraken. I use Kraken Pro. I love it. I think it's awesome. I love the security of it. I love the way it's laid out. And but when you use it, you get the impression that this is not for your entry level meme market man, okay, or madame. This is for somebody that is really focused on the valuable assets. They don't carry a lot of coins on Kraken. They're not trying to carry all the coins. They don't have all the tokens. They have a very, very few. So that's another reason why I like Kraken. At this point in time, I want to thank you for checking out this crypto news report. Make sure you share this with your favorite internet friends if you didn't already like the video. Until tomorrow, 1.